Hello friends, today we will discuss about some important concepts of thermodynamics, and to study thermodynamics we first define what is system. Actually, system is the part of the universe on which a particular experiment is done. Now we define what is surroundings. Surroundings the rest of the universe besides system is called surroundings. All part of the universe except system is called surroundings. And a very important relation is that universe is equal to system plus surroundings. Now we classify the different types of system. System is actually classified as open system, closed system, and isolated system. First, we define what is open system. Open system, the system where both mass and energy are exchanged between system and surroundings are called open system. What are the examples of open system where mass and energy both are exchanged? A beaker filled with hot water. A beaker filled with hot water is an example of open system. Now, why it is open? Because here both mass and energy is exchanged. Because heat is gradually dissipated from the beaker to the surroundings and water vaporizes gradually from beaker. So, here both mass and energy is exchanged between system and surroundings. So, it is called open system. Now, closed system. Closed system. What is closed system? The system where only energy is exchanged between system and surrounding but not mass is an example of closed system. Mind it, only energy is exchanged but not mass. Example, a beaker filled with hot water covered with a watch glass. This is an example of closed system. Actually here energy is dissipated from the beaker but exchange of mass is not possible due to the presence of cover. So it is an example of closed system. Now the last type, that is isolated system. Isolated system. Isolated system are the system where neither mass nor energy is exchanged between system and surroundings. Example, hot water present in an ideal thermoflask is an example of isolated system. Ideal thermoflask means no energy or mass is transformed from the flask to the surroundings or from the surroundings to the flask. So this is an example of isolated system. Now we define two important terms, that is extensive property, and intensive property. What is extensive property? The property which depends on mass is called extensive property. Example, volume. Volume is extensive property. Energy, that is either potential energy or kinetic energy, is example of extensive property. And what is intensive property? The property which doesn't depend on mass. Example, density. Density, pressure, these are the properties which doesn't depend on mass. So extensive property and intensive property are very important to study thermodynamics. For this, we define these two terms in this part. Thank you. That's all. For testing your understanding of this lesson and more videos, log on to www.tubelessons.net.